Welcome back. In this lesson we're going to make a traditional origami penguin. It looks like this. It's a very simple design. I just went and searched origami penguin and came up with a bunch of different directions, but printed these out because they seemed quite simple. So to get started, you can use an origami square, or if we're in art class and you have some other kind of piece of paper, you can fold the top edge down to the side edge and make that triangle shape like this. Crease the paper and get our origami triangle here, which by cutting off the bottom we can turn into an origami square, a perfect square that we can use for our origami design. So take that bottom piece, cut it off, and have your origami square. Now in the directions it says to start here with a valley fold. I find that it actually works really nicely if you make another valley fold, taking this from top to bottom and folding it one more time so that you have what I like to call the origami X. So it's two valley folds intersecting in the center to make an X. Then if you take the bottom and fold it up so you have about a finger width in between the center and the corner, looking something like that, with a little triangle at the bottom, and then fold those two valley folds together again like that. So you have a little flat edge at the bottom. Then flipping it over so your fold is on this side and your open edge is here, you're going to take this corner and fold it into about here. This is going to make the wing piece of our model. Alright, so I'm just going to take this and fold it in, and I'm going to be cautious of the point up here because we want that point to be the head for our penguin. So I'm going to make it nice and pointy, and then I'm going to line the rest of it up to make that kind of a triangle. So it's overlapping just a little bit right there. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side of my model to make it symmetrical. So it should look something like that when you're done. Then right on the edge here we've got two flaps of paper. We're going to take this corner and fold it in towards the center so we create a straight line, a vertical line right there. So I'm going to fold that in, and if you notice, the corner should line up pretty closely with the previous fold here for that flap. I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. So it looks something like that. Go back to my front side, and now you'll notice that if we unfold, there's kind of 2 points, one right here and one right here. And what we want to do is take this fold and kind of scrunch the other one underneath like that to make our little penguin fin. Okay, so again, to show you what that looks like, we've got this fold already, and they've kind of meeting up here. You take this piece and fold it underneath to make that little fin. Then you do the same thing on the other side. So if I open this back up, crease it where that fold from the beginning is, and fold this part in, and fold this part back down, you'll get that little fin. Okay, so that's going to be the fin. If I hold it up straight up and down, you can kind of see inside. It's just a creased under inside fold like that. Now I'm going to make the head, and the head's very simple. You take the top piece and fold it like this, and you could have the head pointing down, you could have it pointing up, you could have it pointing horizontal, straight like that. I'm going to choose to make mine tilted ever so slightly down, just to kind of look like the penguin's kind of looking at the ground. Okay, so I've got that piece folded. Then you have to do an outside reverse fold. So I open it back up and see this line here. We want to crease that right along the same line we already had. And then this one should be a valley fold still. And if we then pinch these two edges together, that comes together like that. Okay, now to make the beak, I fold it so it's horizontal with my original crease here, and then I fold it back on itself to make a pleat fold. So it's like I call it a zigzag fold sometimes. So if I hold this up, you can see the kind of Z shape it makes, the zigzag back and forth. Okay. Then if we unfold it and take this and separate the two pieces aside, you can kind of pinch this one back in like that, and then pull the point out like that, just like the basic duck that I teach in 2nd grade. And that's usually how I teach the tail for the basic duck. And it's the same exact kind of pleat fold. And that concludes how to make the origami penguin. So standing up, it would look something like that. All right. And laying down, it would look, something like that. And that concludes how to make a simple origami penguin.